Welcome back. I'm Jason, pastor of Threshold. Glad you're here. Tonight, our front porch conversation has moved from the past through the present to tonight, the future. So our opening question tonight, of the many books and TV shows and movies that look to the future, most of which we would call sci-fi or fantasy, but I think there's enough familiarity here. What are you drawn to? Are you drawn to stories that have a positive outlook about the future? Think with me about, if you can remember, the cartoon The Jetsons that had flying cars. How cool would that be? If you think about I, Robot, Will Smith, a movie where everybody has their own personal assistant robot. How great would that be? Think about exploring space, the final frontier, as in the Star Trek franchise. Or maybe having a personal avatar that makes you look beautiful and blue. Do the stories that you're drawn to about the future have a positive outlook, or do they tend to have a negative outlook, or at least a negative setting for the stories that are told? Think about movies that are considered to be post-apocalyptic. Mad Max, the whole world of The Hunger Games, or The Maze Runner. Perhaps stories where technology has totally taken over life, where we get stories like Terminator or Ready Player One, or maybe stories that kind of cast a pretty dim prediction about the future of our planet, where we have wasted our planet, or maybe even ruined our planet, like WALL-E. What are you drawn to? When you think about entertainment and the way that it looks at the future, are you drawn to the positive, or are you drawn to the negative? Talk about that tonight as your opening question. Inasmuch as life can be planned and predicted, what's next for you? What's the next season of life for you? What's at the forefront of your mind in terms of where you go to plan, or perhaps where you go to worry? Is it something having to do with your work or your education? Or is it something having to do with your relationships? Maybe your family or your friendships or dating? Is it something that you're hopeful about? Or is it something that you're worried about? Or is it something that you're scared of? When you think about the next season of your life, where does your mind go? What's next? Talk about that with your group. So as you contemplate your future together tonight, think about these questions. What do you need less of? What do you want less of? What do you need more of? What do you want more of? Perhaps there's things you need to reduce. Maybe there's things you need to increase. Maybe there's things you need to remove, or things you need to introduce. As you think about the future, what's next for you? Think about the kind of stuff that you want to get rid of. Maybe it's drama, anxiety. Maybe it's temptation. Maybe it's the kind of under the categories my friend Dave gives: hurts, habits, and hang-ups. Perhaps technology, the way that it dominates your time and attention. What are the things you want to get rid of or reduce? What are the things that you want to increase or introduce? Maybe a focus on your health, maybe peace, balance in your life, savings, good habits. Maybe it's a spiritual focus. What do you want to get out of your life? What do you want to get into your life in the future? Pretty broad conversation here. But but take some time and talk together. And after everybody's had a chance to share and as you've talked together, you'll close the group. So for the leader, I would ask that you would just, again, say a simple prayer that thanks God for new, better friends. Thanks God for the stories that have been told, the stories that have been shared, and the new stories that will come. And for me, thank you. Thanks for letting me be your guide over these weeks. And I hope to see you soon. God bless.